Hello all, PDR coming at you here with a 2017 Subaru WRX. Really nice race car with a large dent. It actually was a collision, so that's one that's bigger than my hand. And I don't know if I have Donald Trump size hands, but my hands are normal size, and that is a very large dent. I've got my board on it there so you can see just how extreme it is for paintless dent repair. Luckily, no real paint breakage, other than obviously on the bumper there, the plastic. That's not our concern. Our concern is this, and if you're looking real close, you might actually be able to see a tiny little what would I say, fracture lines that just want to happen right there but haven't, or actually have, but very, very tough to see, just in the tiniest of cracks there already in the paint, just because it had to fold over through there. But I think for what we're going to do here, we're going to give you this prelim video. I've got my heat gun out, my glue gun out, got them all warming up. Gonna get it really warm. I'm gonna tap on this brow, and then I'm gonna give it a nice pull with the glue right there, and then if need be, we'll have to come in from the back and get the rest of it out. Sorry about the background noise. We're doing this out in nature. There's gonna be a couple of videos coming after this one on the progression and the actual pulling of the dent. I'll try to do on camera. Thank you guys all for watching. Please hit that subscribe button. This has been PDR, and I'm out. Peace. Hello all, we're back, and what I've been doing here is banging on the brow a little bit. You see I have a Keiko horizontal tab, little football kind of shaped tab. Looking for that high spot, right there it is with the sound. I know it's kind of tough to hear me talking while I'm tapping, but it's all time sensitive. Now that I feel I've taken the majority of the stress out of this brow, I'm going to grab, I normally use my thing with the little feet, but I can't put those feet anywhere here, so I'm going to grab the slide puller. And before I'm going to give it a nice slow pull. I'm not going to just yank it. I am going to give it a couple of taps though. And we'll give it a nice yank. And I think I'm just going to stop at that and for the first glue tab here and see what we ended up with. Sorry about the background noise. We're out here in the elements, but I do appreciate you guys sticking around for this little glue pulling tutorial. There's the first pull. Now, if I have to, I can come behind this thing. It's wide open and make all the pushes that I want. I just wanted to move as much metal as possible. I think what I'm going to do is make another pull through the middle here after tapping on the brow a little bit more. Either way, we'll come back with another little quick tutorial video, and then maybe even another finishing up video. Thank you guys for watching this. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out. This has been PDR, and I'm out. Peace. Hello all, PDR coming back at you here. Sorry about the background noise. We're ready for pull number 2 on this. I got the interior panels taken apart, and I've got enough to get my hand behind there. But I'm just going to give this a nice solid pull right next to that first one. It popped off a little too early. Let me walk in front here, but I'll show you. Reaching behind it with my hand, I can kind of move the metal just with my fingers. So what I'm going to end up doing is getting this brow out a little bit more, and I think I'm going to actually just get it warm, maybe make one more pull, but then start pushing the rest of the dent out manually and normally, and I'll bring you guys back in for the finale / cleanup process on the finish work of the dent. Let me get you to show in here, which is I got that whole thing taken apart, just pulled that piece of plastic out, and it's wide open in there. So yeah, once again, I do appreciate you guys sticking around and watching this really non-existent glue pull. Actually, let's do another one. Let's do another glue pull right here on camera, because it takes about 30-40 seconds for this glue to cool. So let's just put it like that and just get the majority of the meat of that dent right next to the other one. And while I do that, I'm going to heat up this brow, because this tension right here, this is where all the tension is in that dent. And so in the 40 seconds that this thing cools, I'm going to heat this part up. I got to keep it moving all the time. Never let the heat gun stop, even for a second. And I can see, just looking at that thing, that I've got some brows that I can come in on like this. See where it gets tight? But I think what we're going to do is yank on this one right now and show you what this little bit of glue pulling and real time. Oh, see that? I just gave it a nice little tug, and I'm going to secure it a little bit, and I'm going to stop. It's going to want to pop back in. And it's not about just keeping it out. Yeah, I want to kind of secure it, but I don't want to make a big pulled bulge, because obviously this wants to keep that dent in. And that's kind of the key to these glue pulling dents. Let me get my alcohol on it. One of those little pumper spray bottles. And it should just give it a little alcohol, and it should just pop right off. Well, looks like the tab will come off. And that little piece of glue right there. Let's pull that off just with my actual finger alone. I mean, I could always grab my little tool and pop that little glue stuff off, just so you guys can see that none of that glue residue will stay. I'll just wipe that off. But yeah, I think we got a lot more of that dent out. I'll get the rest of this brow out, and then I'll come in really finite with the tools and tool this last little ridge out, or low valley out. And that should actually just, look at that, kind of set that whole line back into place. This thing's gonna look really nice, and I'd never say a dent like this would come out looking brand new. It's just gonna look a lot better for what he's getting. Obviously he's gonna need some paint work on the plastic area, but fortunately he won't need paint work on this area. At least that's the hope. So let's bring you guys back in for the final cleanup on the next video. Sure appreciate you watching this video. Hit that subscribe on the way out. This has been PDR, and I'm out. Peace. Enough to melt the bumpers. I basically beat the brow down a lot, and I want to get this really hot down here in the right where I did that glue pull, those two glue pulls. Sorry about the background noise. We're out here in nature, and so let's get right. I'm going to start right here, and then I'm going to move all the way up to the front. And I'm just going to move some area now, so while I know it's malleable and warm. There we go. Look at that. Actually gonna make a push down air that's gonna move that whole pad a little bit higher up. I don't want to make too severe a push right here. I want to do it really slow and take it up evenly. So I'll slowly kind of typewriter my way up into here. And a lot of you are thinking, why isn't he just hitting out that big part? Because I got to get the tightest part out first. The tightest part is down by this line. The rest just won't come out clean unless I get this part out clean. So I'm going to actually move my board a little bit. I can see the high ridge where I made that pull, but I'm going to come in underneath here. I can feel that the paint is still fairly warm. And I'm going to make some pretty strong pushes through the bottom of this dent right now down here. And this is a high level difficulty dent for any paintless dent repair guy. I even want to get that warm again. It doesn't seem to want to move without the heat. This is what we're going to do. It's a back and forth process. I kind of want to tap on the brow a little bit, and while I'm heating, I can just kind of tap the brow. I like to just focus on one thing at a time though, so I don't mess anything up. Nice and slow, get that nice and warm. Then I'm going to come back in and hit some of this large area. Right through the middle, the area that you guys wanted to see. There's a little bit of a tug. It's got a... If it's not staying out, that's because I haven't gotten this bottom part out enough, which is the key. I think actually the big hole that I made with the glue, it helped to get the metal moved, but it's kind of in my way now. There we go. I'm back behind there. I'm making the right push. And it's a dent that we can't do the complete work on camera because I've already been on it for a couple of hours, and I'll probably be on it a little bit more, but I'll come back and show you guys the end result. We're going to make a lot more pushes through here, get this big brow out, and come back and show you the end when we're looking all good. Thanks for sticking around and watching this. If you do, if you would, hit that subscribe button. It's free and I really appreciate it. It helps out the channel a lot. This has been PDR and I'm out. Peace. Hey guys, we got the after on that Subaru WRX 2017 large dent from a collision. This is what we ended up with. Let's take a look on this side. So we have a little residual that's kind of a tug there, but mostly we're looking at the difference between a dent and no dent. That last little bit on the very bottom of the residual, we didn't want to go too crazy on it and make it end up showing any pushes or anything. I wanted to keep it clean, and so we actually do have a slight little dent left over there, but judging by the difference between the large dent and what we got left over here, I think the customer's going to be really happy. If you guys like what you see, please hit that like button. And if you want, hit that subscribe button. You'll be notified every time I get new content. All right, this has been PDR and I'm out. Peace.